All right, so now we're going to look at how to create some circle shapes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first go and have an ellipse right here. And I'm going to draw out a little small circle like that. Zoom in a little bit. And then let's say I wanted to maybe have a polygon next. Draw that out right there. And I'll give this guy a fill of, say, black. And then I will create a rectangle. Something like that. And we'll make this polygon a little bit smaller actually. All right, and I'm just gonna make sure that all of these are level. And I'm gonna space them apart like this. All right, so this is what we have. Now, what we're gonna do is we are going to select them all and then click on our rotation tool. So press R, that's the shortcut. And notice that we have this blue anchor point that has appeared. If I zoom in and I open up my rotation tool, I have this blue anchor point. Now if I press Alt and drag it over like this, I can move where I want all of these shapes to actually rotate around. So all of these shapes are going to rotate around this point here to where I moved it to. And notice now that since I moved it, this rotate panel has appeared. Now what I want to do is I want to duplicate these or make copies of them all around so that I get a circle. Now a circle is 360 degrees. So to do this, I need to figure out how many copies I want to make, and I have to divide that by 360. So it has to be divisible by 360. And once you divide the 360 by the number of copies that you want, you're going to take that new number and that's going to be your angle. So I want 10 copies, so I'm going to leave this at 36. So I'm going to press copy. Good. So that's the angle that it was duplicated at. And now I'm going to press Command D. And the copies were rotated all the way around by 36 degrees. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Like that. Bring it over here. And I have this cool shape that I've created. Now, if I want to say maybe add something in the middle, I could add an ellipse, like a circle like this, a circle like that, and I could add, say, like another ellipse on top, a circle, and I'll get rid of the fill this time. And I will give it a stroke. And I will open up some of the stroke properties and give it a dashed line like this. And we'll give it a gap of 20. And we'll give it a dash of 10. So now we have a cool shape that we've created with our rotation tool. And you can just push these as far as you want. And we can duplicate this again. Control C, Control V. Make this guy even smaller. Like that. Around here. This guy, we can give this guy a bigger stroke weight. Something like that maybe. And then the gap will move to like, say, 50. And with the stroke, we need to make sure that our dash line, if we want it to be perfectly even, is the second one here, which is align dash just to corner and path ends, adjusting length to fit. And I'm going to make sure that the second one is set to that as well. All right, so here we have a really nice shape that we've created with our rotation tool. I just gave a really quick example, but you can do a lot more with these shapes if you want. So I hope that you have learned something from this tutorial, and if you want to receive more content like this, be sure to subscribe below and to click on the bell, and we will see you in the next one. Until next time.